top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. Last-minute polling changes spark opposition-nominated commissioners leaving a crucial meeting. Stalls commission's work. President Ali wants the PPPC re-elected before distribution of more cash grants. Says Guyanese should behave themselves. And speeding, reckless overtaking among leading causes of August fatalities. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm ALETHEA Grant with the Thursday, 28 August 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We will tell you this evening that opposition-nominated commissioners sitting on the Guyana Elections Commission, GCOM, ended a crucial meeting on Wednesday because of a dispute over proposed changes to 67 polling stations. We'll hear more in this report.
Just 5 days before Guyanese head to the polls, the Elections Commission was thrown in disarray on Wednesday after opposition-nominated commissioners ended a crucial meeting, collapsing the quorum and halting all discussions. Sources told Nightly News that the dramatic exit from the meeting was sparked by a heated dispute over People's Progressive Party proposal to change 67 polling stations at the 11th hour. The source told Nightly News that the PNC commissioners flatly rejected the move, warning that any adjustments at this time could plunge voters into confusion. Once polling stations are published, the public relies on that information. If someone checked weeks ago and saw where they should vote, they might not check again. A sudden change could mean turning up at the wrong location on elections day, one source explained. By law, polling stations must be made public at least 21 days before elections, a deadline that has already passed. Commissioners argued that trying to alter the list now was both untimely and dangerous, while some acknowledged that they would accept a change if all political parties in the given area agreed. They insisted they could not independently verify the PPP's requests. The source said that when the commissioners refused to take part in the discussion, they withdrew both in person and online. GCOM Chair Justice Retired Claudette Singh was then forced to declare the meeting without quorum, effectively killing the agenda item. And I quote, "For now, whatever list has already been published should remain as it is," the source confirmed. The incident has sent shockwaves through Guyana's political landscape, fueling fears that GCOM's ability to deliver a smooth election is hanging in the balance. With tensions already running high, the walkout has exposed the bitter divisions inside the commission at the very moment it is supposed to inspire confidence. Antonio De reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
President IRFAAN Ali will dish out more money to the Guyanese people only if his government is re-elected. In the meantime, you must behave. More from Travis Chase.
President IRFAAN Ali, in full campaign mode, says Guyanese would only get another cash grant before year-end only if the People's Progressive Party Civic is re-elected after the September 1 polls. He said, too, that it comes with a clause. President Ali says Guyanese must first behave themselves.
Yeah, he told them next year is the next grant. If they behave themselves, they get it this year.
The president was at the time addressing an election campaign community meeting at Eccles, East Bank, Demerara. He smirked that should the PPP return to power, Guyanese will have a bright Christmas.
We will have a beautiful Christmas. We will have a beautiful Christmas. Look at the smile on my face to know that you will have an enjoyable holiday season.
In August of 2025, Vice President Barra Jack Dio, who is also the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, said the government will not distribute any more cash grants before the upcoming elections. He too had promised that once the PPP is re-elected, citizens will benefit from more cash grants. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
The question of majority versus minority government has emerged as a key talking point ahead of the general and regional elections, with the Alliance for Change leader Nigel Hughes urging voters to embrace the idea of a minority government. President IRFAAN Ali, in the meantime, called for a massive majority win for the PPPC. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
With mere days to go before Guyanese head to the polls for general and regional elections, leader of the Alliance for Change AFC, Nigel Hughes, said, while there has been much talk from a particular party contesting the elections, telling supporters, quote-unquote, do not split the votes, such appeals are misleading. This comes after Hughes urged citizens to consider the value of a minority government in ensuring accountability.
The only time the Parliament of Guyana, the National Assembly, has the power to stop a budget, to make sure that the money goes where it should go, to make sure that the money from the National Resource Fund goes to the people, is when there is a minority government. It's the only time.
Hughes stressed that when there is a majority government, as seen in the past 5 years, the opposition has no power.
Split your vote. Vote for the party that has the best plans. Vote for the party that will make sure that there's a minority government.
He added that to achieve a minority government, citizens must vote their conscience and not be confined by the assumption that there are only two political parties.
We are living in 2025. Nobody owns your vote. And your only guarantee for transparency, your only guarantee that they will make sure that every political party keeps their promises if they're elected is if there's a minority government.
Last month, while addressing party supporters at Albion in Region 6, President IRFAAN Ali rejected calls for a minority government for the People's Progressive Party Civic at the upcoming elections. He instead urged his supporters to prove the critics wrong by ensuring that the PPPC is returned to office with a resounding majority.
They know they can't win. So what are they saying? Let us reduce them to a minority. You saw the dangers of that. The dangers of that in 2011. Today, there is only one message. No minority, a massive majority for the People's Progressive Party Civic.
Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned, we have more news for you.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality.
presidential candidates do you know who've climbed Mount Roraima and walked with indigenous communities to defend their land rights for free? From the summit of our great mountain to the streets of Ballot and the villages of the Rupununi, he's walked beside the people for justice, for dignity, for real change. Let's elect a president who's already shown he'll be there for you every step of the way. Let's elect Nigel Hughes for President of Guyana.
Vote AFC.
This is a paid political advertisement.
Commissioner Rolf Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Manripo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624-629-4021 or 619-7880. At Krishna Rolf Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Combo pack of we feeling best. Sunshine stacks above the rest. There is no contest, is the best mix, so we feeling best. Best value to how you feeling. Ole cheesy, too much ripples and more. Combo pack of flavors galore, yeah. Combo pack of we feeling best. Sunshine stacks above the rest. There is no contest, is the best mix, so we feeling best.
Enjoy Sunshine Snacks Combo Pack. Best mix, best value.
Best mix, so we feeling best.
I got a real problem, buddy. I want to vote on election day, but I got to work a 12-hour shift every day from Monday to Friday, from 6 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon, boy.
I got the same problem. I registered to vote in Kitty where I live in, and I walk in till up in Linden, and I only get Sunday for go home, and then back again Monday for work.
You know, truly speaking, the hours you work in and the place where you work should not prevent you from voting.
Really? How come?
Listen. The law makes it absolutely clear that employers should give time off to their employees so as to vote. All you have to do is inform your employer that you need time off to exercise your constitutional right to vote.
For real? That's exactly what I can do.
Hey, me too, buddy.
Yeah.
I didn't do that so bad.
For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-02779 or visit www.gcom.org.gw.
Welcome back with the HGP Nightly News. The Assembly for Liberty and Prosperity, ALP, is placing the spotlight on women's empowerment and safety as the party charts its course for national development. Jada June reports.
At a recent meeting, the ALP unveiled its blueprint for prosperity, with strong emphasis on addressing the issue of violence against women and advancing women's empowerment. ALP's presidential candidate Simone Brooms underscored that prosperity cannot be achieved unless women are given equal opportunities, dignity, and protection in all aspects of life.
You want to change rape and violence against women and girls? You vote for it.
The Guyana Women's Health and Life Experiences Survey shows that over 55% of women aged 15 to 64 have encountered at least one type of violence. Broom stated that she will be creating stronger policies to protect women from abuse, while simultaneously equipping them with the resources, education, and platform needed to take on leadership roles.
So really and truly, I just stand before you and to make the call to all Guyanese, but more importantly to women and girls. I want to say to the young people, you know already, I'm so grateful.
The ALP stressed that combating gender-based violence is not only a moral responsibility, but also a key pillar in building a prosperous nation. Jada June reporting for HGP Nightly News.
A Partnership for National Unity's presidential candidate Aubrey Norton at a public meeting on Wednesday in Karivaton, Berbice, was adamant that oil revenues should be used to develop the agriculture sector in Guyana. Marvin Cato is on that story.
This government is so dumb. ExxonMobil came, thousands coming with them. You must know if you continue to produce in the limited regions, what will happen is that there will be shortages.
That was a Partnership for National Unity APNU presidential hopeful, Aubrey Norton, at a public meeting in the ancient county of Berbice on Wednesday night. The presidential hopeful laid out his party's agricultural vision, clearly stating that the oil resources are not renewable, hence oil resources should be used to develop the agricultural sector since food is important to the world.
We intend to have a very robust agricultural program in which we put young people into modern agriculture, aquaponics, etc.
He ironed out his agricultural plan, which focuses on having the people at the center of it all. A promise was made to have agriculture diversified in all 10 administrative regions with an aim at sustainable agriculture in each region.
Are cognizant of that fact, and we are going to increase agricultural production. We're going to ensure that there is agricultural production in every region.
Norton intentionally elaborated on the effects of economics on agriculture, juxtapositioning the fact that if there is agricultural production taking place in all 10 administrative regions, there would be an abundance of food that will feed the regions and in turn cause a reduction in prices.
Were he an economist, he would have known from simple first farm economics that when goods become scarce, the price goes up.
The excess produce garnered from the increase in agricultural production in every region would only strengthen Guyana's position of feeding the entire CARICOM region.
We know we have to develop refrigerating storage capacity so that when you start to produce the excess, it isn't thrown away. It is stored and then it is processed so that there can be products for sale on the export market.
This is Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
The presidential candidate of the Assembly for Liberty and Prosperity, Simone Brooms, in a recent interview, laid out her ambitious agenda as she makes her case for leadership. Jada June reports.
In a recent interview, Simone Brooms spoke candidly about her aspirations for the country, her vision for governance, and her commitment to representing the voices of women and marginalized groups in the National Assembly.
I believe that Guyana needs me and it can benefit from me. It can benefit from me more in an independent capacity.
Brooms highlighted that her agenda focuses on collaborating with the government, inclusivity, equity, and creating meaningful opportunities for young people and women. She praised her team for its dedication, describing them as a key partners in advancing her party's mission for prosperity, justice, and for all.
We have a policy that will really drive home that we can support and work with to see the lives of our young people and not just having dreams, but them becoming a reality.
She further outlined that our leadership style will prioritize transparency and accountability, with an aim to ensure that every citizen benefits from the policies pursued under the ALP.
Well, I've always reached out in truth for the young people. I've always reached out for the poor people before taking office. This is who I am.
Jada Ju reporting for HGP Nightly News.
More news ahead. Stay with us.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Vaughn's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Vaughn's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Mom, did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order a delicious KFC bucket for the best price. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Granny, what are you doing on the right of way? Like you're saying let the sunshine stretch your legs. Sunshine? Look, forget I ask. You know you're not supposed to be on the right of way, Granny. But I am digging, building, burning, or planting. No horsing wrong, no horse riding, or nothing for doing horses. But Sunshine, what? You and Sunshine get out the right away. Sunshine, let me that. Good.
Contrary to popular belief, voting is easy as 1, 2, 3. On the ballot paper, provision is made for you to vote twice. Once on the top section where you vote for the general election, and once at the bottom section where you vote for the regional election. All you need to do is look for the name and symbol of the party of your choice in the top section for the general election, and mark your X in the empty box next to the party's symbol. Then, look for the name and symbol of the party of your choice in the bottom section for the regional election, and mark your X in the empty box next to the party's symbol. After you have voted, you are required to fold the ballot paper as shown by the election official. Dip the first joint of your right index finger in indelible ink and place the ballot paper in the ballot box. You will then have to leave the polling station. For further information, contact GCOM's hotlines at 225-02779, 226-6557, 223-9650, or visit the GCOM website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Welcome back with the HGP Nightly News. Antonio Day, in an update on the Wales Gloucester Energy Project, tells us that the government has extended the deadline for the engineering services for the NGL storage and offloading facility. Here is more.
The Office of the Prime Minister has extended the deadline for submitting proposals for engineering services related to the construction of the natural gas liquids, storage and offloading facility, as well as a pipeline for the Gas Energy Project. Proposals are now due September 30, 2025 and must be submitted to the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board, NPTAB. The OPN emphasized that the facility is crucial for improving storage capacity, operational efficiency, and marine offloading capabilities, aiding both domestic and international distribution of natural gas liquids. The project is set to be developed near the Wales Industrial Zone, about 25 kilometers inland from the Demerara River's mouth. It will be adjacent to the Phase 1 power plant, which is currently under construction and/or on the east bank of Demerara at Garden of Eden. The Gas Energy Phase 1 project features a natural gas liquid fractionation plant for extracting C3, C4, and C5. This proposal includes engineering services for designing the infrastructure to receive, store, and offload NGLs from Phase 1 plant, with accommodation for future development. The expected production rate from Phase 1 is approximately 4,200 barrels per day of NGLs. The project will be designed so that it can be flexible to accommodate future NGL production anticipated from a Phase 2 power plant, which could deliver up to 5,900 barrels per day. Economist Elson Lowe, like many pundits in the political sphere, has been critical of the government's oversight of the oil and gas sector and continues to raise concerns over the incomplete Gas Energy Project.
We've spoken about the need for a natural gas fertilizer plant. Right now, the government has a pipeline, the Gas Energy Pipeline is finished, but we can't access the natural gas because of lack of proper planning.
Lowe recently told Nightly News that the constant delay of this project is a result of the government's refusal to conduct a feasibility study, which was proposed by the parliamentary opposition.
If they had built a fertilizer plant alongside the pipeline, we would have had access to free fertilizer or low-cost fertilizer, which would have brought the cost of food 20 to 30% down, as well as allowing us to supply much more food to the market.
I am Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Road safety remains a growing concern in Guyana, as the month of August alone has seen 15 lives lost in 9 separate road accidents. The alarming figure has prompted calls for greater responsibility from road users and stronger penalties for reckless driving. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
With 15 road fatalities recorded on the country's roadways for the month of August, a figure described as deeply alarming, Traffic Chief and Senior Superintendent of Police Mahindra Singh said, while the police are tasked with directing traffic and enforcing the law, the ultimate responsibility lies with the public.
The public has the responsibility to drive at moderate levels of speed, comply with the rules of the road and conform to signs, and to ensure that when they use the road, it's not at the detriment of another road user.
He stressed that all of the recent accidents could have been prevented if drivers exercised greater caution and responsibility.
By not speeding. How? By being aware of the road that you're driving on and conforming to signs and practicing the 5 C's of decent driving.
Meanwhile, during a telephone interview with this newscast, Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Earl Lambert, expressed concern over the rising numbers of deaths recorded in recent weeks. He said government should consider revising penalties for reckless and dangerous driving as a deterrent against speeding and irresponsible road use.
It should use as a system to prevent the lawlessness, meaning that if you know that you commit 2 and you get 2 tickets, it's not just 7.5 and 7.5. You know, as you continue to get the tickets rise, the price, the cost will go up. The law has to be changed where that is concerned.
He added that in relation to public education, more needs to be done, and there must be significant investment in awareness programs.
Where education is concerned, there's a whole series of revamping that has to take place. Where education is concerned, there should be more investment in it.
In August 2025 alone, 15 people lost their lives in 9 separate road accidents across Guyana, underscoring a deadly surge in traffic fatalities, despite the introduction of speed cameras and automated ticketing systems. The victims range from young children to elderly citizens, with multiple crashes wiping out entire families, while others involve hit and runs, reckless overtaking, speeding, and poor road judgment. Tiana reporting for the HGP 930 News.
A world record-breaking Guyanese cyclist is facing obstacles from authorities in his quest to build a facility that will benefit local authorities. Antonio Day has the details of that story.
London-bred and national world record-breaking track cyclist James Joseph is placed in a scenario of a king who is not welcome in his own kingdom. The Guyanese athlete who has won the UCI World Masters Championship in 2017 and the USA Masters Track Nationals in 2021, among other competitions, is facing numerous challenges in his attempt to use a piece of land that he has already paid for to construct a sports facility to help the country's athletes. During an exclusive interview with Nightly News, the national cyclist expressed his frustration.
They switched the lineup on me twice, and they're not treating me fairly. I just went as a regular person and let them know that I want to purchase this land. And this is going on since 2012.
Mr. Joseph, who lives in the United States, bemoaned the fact that he has been attempting to resolve the matter at the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission and has not been successful thus far. He explained that although the land he purchased is situated along the Suicide-Linden Highway, it was purportedly transferred to another individual without his knowledge. In a compromise, the Guyanese athlete said he asked for a different plot of land but was unhappy with what was given to him.
They give me something that is 3,000 meters off the road. 3,000 meters is over. There's close to 2 miles. Who is going to do that? Not me. I don't want it. Give me something else. And I'll be calling them to get me something else. I'll give me back the original. They say, oh, the original spot is out there, Rich. You can't get it.
As a Guyanese who proudly represented Guyana internationally at the senior level, Joseph stated that he feels denigrated by the government for failing to recognize his struggles and efforts to advance the sports fraternity. If there is no progress in the matter, he stated that he would be pursuing legal recourse. Nightly News contacted an official from the Guyana Lands and Survey Commission who said that the matter is way beyond the agency's control. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Live the island dream. It's your chance to be one of over 100 winners in the Island Dream promotion. Win your share of more than $1 million in cash and prizes. Plus 2 all-inclusive weekend staycations for 2. And that's not all. Score coolers packed with Buster, Turbo, Altitude and Viva. Just buy any can or bottle of Turbo, Buster, Altitude or Viva. Find the code starting with BB. Then visit at Buster Guyana or Turbo_Caribbean on IG or Facebook for details.
Live the island dream, get money. Live the island dream.
Mom, did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order a delicious KFC bucket for the best price. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Granny, what you doing on the right of way? Like you're saying let the sunshine stretch your legs. Sunshine? Look, forget I ask. You know you're not supposed to be on the right of way, Granny. But I ain't digging, building, burning or planting. No horsing wrong, no horse riding or nothing for doing horses. But Sunshine? What? You and Sunshine get out the right of way. Sunshine, let me glad. Good.
The mission has been renewed, and the hope for a better Guyana lives on with the PPPC. Get ready for the victory at the PPPC Grand Final Rally on Saturday, August 30th at the Lusignan Market Square from 4 p.m. Be part of the Red Tsunami. Bring your flags, raise your voices, show your love for country as together we march into victory and advance the transformational journey of inclusion, hope, and prosperity. Hear from your leaders, President Dr. Mohammed IRFAAN Ali, General Secretary Dr. Barra Jagnio, Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, alongside national and regional leaders. They will deliver the message of victory, hope, progress, and transformation. The PPPC remains the only truly multi-ethnic political party with a proven track record of achievement, free university education, thousands of new jobs and business opportunities, affordable housing for families, improved healthcare and education, expanded agriculture and food security, world-class infrastructure, a brighter tomorrow for our youth. Up with the PPPC Grand Final Rally, Saturday, August 30th at the Lusignan Market Square from 4 p.m. Together, let's make history on September 1st at the general and regional elections. Vote PPPC, stronger together for a better Guyana.
Nick, we look so sour about it.
Hey, Brooks, bro. I tell Fiona, let me do something to make a quick raise, but she don't want to cooperate.
Well, fill me in, cause I Brooks myself.
I tell Sheila we sell we vote, but to do that, we have to take a photo of our ballot when we done vote.
And you won't get paid for that?
Oh, so I hear, bro. The man said they know somebody that can pay you when you show them a photo of the ballot paper that you vote for them party.
Well, bye. I ain't that with you, cause I need a raise too.
Well, the two of you are gonna go ahead without me. Because first of all, G-Com say you have to turn off your phone when you're in the police station. And secondly, if you're found guilty selling your vote, you will have to pay a fine of $6,000 to $5,000 plus 6 months in jail. Right? So you're gonna decide who paying the fine and who gonna mind your children while you're in jail, okay? And you the Jagdish, you could go and explain that to your wife.
What? Pay a fine and go to jail too?
Nah, I'm not in that.
For more information, contact the GCOM on 2250-27729 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. I am Antonio Day. We begin with news in Jamaica. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency has expressed shock following the news of the brutal murders of 2 brothers in Swam District, Monique and Ann. The victims, 3-year-old Shamir Henry and 1-year Amir Saunders, were reportedly killed at their father's house. Police believe that the younger child's father Aline Saunders, attacked while under the influence of narcotics. The children's mother, Alicia Henry, was also injured in the incident. Reports indicate that she had taken her older son, Shamir, to visit his younger brother, Amir, when tragedy struck, and I quote, "This gruesome incident is beyond tragic. It is absolutely horrific. We shudder to think of what these innocent children may have to endure in their final moments. Our hearts were also with the mother who has suffered the devastating loss of her only 2 children," said Lord Adams Thomas, CEO of CPFSA. Adams Thomas said that while investigations are ongoing, the agency is moving swiftly to support the grieving community. She announced that 2 meetings will be held, one with adults and other with the children, to help residents process their trauma. We continue with news in the Caribbean. Caribbean health authorities have been warned that they must urgently improve health data collection and application to effectively prevent and control outbreaks of diseases like dengue, chikungunya, and Zika, according to a public health expert. Director of Surveillance, Disease Prevention and Control at the Caribbean Public Health Agency, Dr. Horace Cox, spoke to Barbados today on the sidelines of a regional workshop being hosted at Blue Horizon Hotel. The training session for health professionals aims to enhance the Caribbean's ability to predict, detect, and respond to vector-borne diseases. He emphasized that while progress has been made in using data for public health policies, enhancing data quality and its application in decision-making, it is crucial for the region's preparedness strategy. Dr. Cox said, and I quote, "We are coming up with innovative tools at the Caribbean Public Health Agency in conversation with key stakeholders, such as those in Barbados, that these tools can help to give us an early signal that something is about to happen. Once that is the case, we trust that this can advance our preparedness, not only as a nation in Barbados, but also as a region, and by extension, our level of resilience to the public health threats that we continue to face." End of quote. And finally, with some international news. Russia attacked Ukraine with missiles and drones on Thursday, a response that President Zelensky described as Moscow's reaction to diplomatic efforts to end the war. At least 18 people, including 4 children, were killed in the capital, officials from the city administration said. As the sun rose, rescuers dug through a wreck block on Kiev's left bank and pulled at least 2 bodies from the rubble. The strikes damaged the European Union's mission and British Council offices in the city, officials said. The European Union and London summoned Russian envoys to protest. There were no reports of casualties at either side, and I quote, "Russia chooses ballistics instead of the negotiating table," Zelensky said on X, calling for a new sanction on Russia. "It chooses to continue killing instead of ending the war." End of quote. Thank you for watching. I am Antonio Day. Goodbye for now.
Last-minute polling changes spark opposition-nominated commissioners leaving crucial meeting, stalls commission's work. President Irfan Ali wants the PPPC re-elected before distribution of more cash grants, says Guyanese should behave themselves, and the speeding, reckless overtaking among leading causes of August fatalities. Those are our major headlines for these stories and more. Please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm ALETHEA Grant. Thanks for watching.